Peace, peace. Welcome in or welcome back. Live collapsed. It's crazy. We lit, absolutely we lit, because I'm about to fire up. The last live family just collapsed. So I'm gonna give you guys a minute to come on in. Yeah, they didn't like that, family. They didn't like that. But let's get ready. But we back, absolutely. What we're gonna do is we're gonna simply move on. What I want from everyone on this live is to hit that like button. We're gonna forget that last video dropped. And we're gonna start this one off brand new and even more powerful. So I want everybody on this live to go ahead and hit like. It's 35 people watching because I can see you, the numbers showing, and it's growing. So I need it to match, family. Show me, family. Help contribute to making this go. You saw how they hated on the last video. So it ain't gonna hurt you guys to click that like. I need to manifest the like button, okay? It don't hurt you, family. It's not gonna kill you. Let's be real. Y'all on here, y'all are growing. You can contribute. This is the Ouroboros. Send your super chats. Let's do it, family. This is the Ouroboros family. Let's show them what energy in its completeness looks like. We are gonna give to each other, and we are gonna see a new version of ourselves. We got more likes than views. Yo, see, this is how you do it. Master manifester. I requested super chats, I requested likes, and there I have it. I have super chats, I have likes. Thank you very much, Talisha. Thank you very much. And it will come to you, Talisha. See that, y'all? You see that? Don't need to worry about it. You understand? It'll chase you down. Just make your request now. Make it known that it's already happened. Do you understand? We're about to dig into these spells. I'm just going to get started right back up, okay? As you come into the room, hit that like button. Let's keep everybody encouraged to hit that like button. Send the super chats if you feel that you've been blessed, and I will be blessed as well, okay? If you've been blessed by what I'm saying, I will be blessed as well whenever you reciprocate, all right? So here we go, family. When they told you as a child to stop being childish, to stop producing your dreams, they were taking you from you. They put you in a prison. They put the truest version of you in a prison. You were never put here to be some worker, to be some Jober, to be a Job, to have to go to a place and give your all, only for when you retire not having anything, it be your fault, right? When Job gave his whole life to God, okay, in loving God, and God allowed Satan to come and strip from Job what he had, the people blamed Job. Job done nothing wrong but be faithful. But the people said, you're wrong, Job. And see, what happens is you're going to work a whole job forgetting who you were when you were born. They're going to keep you docile and keep you asleep from who you truly are. And you're going to spend your life working for them in their jobs. And when you retire, you're not going to have your vision. You understand? You're not going to be who you were meant to be. Okay? And you're not going to be happy. And listen, they'll say it's your fault. They will say, well, you could have did something else with your life. You the one chose to go in there and work, but they didn't know you were conditioned to go in there and work. Right? Ain't that what they say? They were grooming you. So they still at fault. So if you didn't decide, you wasn't born and decided that you want to go get a job instead of being your natural self and being your best self. You want it to be something imaginative. You want it to be something that came from your own mind. But it was our future selves, our parents, that told us we couldn't do it. So we adopted that frame of thought from them. They were held back by it, and they recreated the the psychosis. They recreated the psychosis. Thank you so much, Ron Bizzle. Peace be upon you, brother. The hamster's wheel, the cycle. So when they give you their mind, teaching you to think like them, then the cycle continues. You will be a psycho just like them. Family. You could have been anything that you wanted to be, and you always could have been, family. They lied to you, and they didn't know any better, so don't hate them. Thank you so much, Shantae Davis. Gems on top of gems, absolutely. Like Mr. Scrooge, y'all gonna be swimming in these gems, family. Backstroking through these gems, family. Thank you much, Gianelli Perry. Thank you so much. You've been stripped, like Job. They say it's your fault when you don't have everything you wanted at the end of the day. But they're not going to remind you that you were coerced to work for their company, to cooperate, to feed their computer world, right? To work for their company and feed their computer world with what was real for us. See, our soul energy, soul, S-O-L, not soul, S-O-U-L, our soul energy is real to us. And instead of you using it to sing or dance or create, you're using your soul, family, you're using your soul to mechanize the matrix, family. It is you who is going in there spinning your wheels instead of going and doing your own thing. The thing that makes you truly happy is what you should have been doing. We live in a world where you can literally be anything you want to be. If your child says, I want to be a clown, guess what? They could be one. They could put on their red nose and their big shoes and paint their face and go be the best clown in the world and get paid for it. If they said, I want to be a rodeo clown, totally different thing. They could go do it. If they wanted to work in the circus, who are you to tell them they can't? If they said they wanted to be one of those guards who stand there with the hat on, who can't laugh, who live overseas, then who are you to tell them they can't be that? Thank you so much, Cavi Smith. There are so many. If your child said, I want to be Spider-Man, they could even be Spider-Man. If they can put on a Spider-Man suit and look good in that suit, they could go around and sell themselves, C-E-L-L, sell themselves, energize themselves through being Spider-Man. And I guarantee you they could find enough people to book him for parties in his local city. People dress up to be Santa Claus. You can't tell me you can't do whatever you want to do. So in this world, if you want to be a fairy, go be a fairy. If you want to be a leprechaun, go be a leprechaun. If you want to be an elf, go be one. It was in the other world they told you those things were mythical and you couldn't be those things. They needed you to grow up. They needed you to be a man, to be a woman, so you could come in and help them fuel their matrix, family, and they can live off your energy. So instead of you putting your energy into yourself, you hop on their wheel. It's their will be done, not thy will be done. So you hop on their hamster's wheel, where you should have been on your own. Because if you'd have ran on your wheel, that money would have came to you a lot faster. Hopping on your wheel is success. And that's why money comes, to prove it to you. Thank you so much, Von K. Thank you so much. Rise, rise with the crown, indeed. Do you understand? Thou means you, thou. Thou will. You're telling someone else, thou will be done. It should be your will. See, you're hopping on their wheel. You're this hamster, and you're hopping on their wheel. Have you ever hopped on yours? What do you will into existence? What brings you true joy? What is your will? What did your ancestors will to you? What did they pass on to you? What they passion? What's your passion? What gives you passion? What's your passion? What did they pass on to you? What is your will? What gets your wheels turning, family? What did they will you? See, a will is something that a person leaves another person when they die. When your ancestors, when you were here in your past lives, what did you will you? That is your inheritance for you to go out and get all the things that you want. But instead, you put your will to the side and sold yourself into that material world. You're out there living in that brick and mortar instead of resonating your truest self to you. That's right. Still will. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? Willing. What are you working to do? You're at this place spinning on their wheels, but where is it getting you? What are you willing to do? You're willing to retire and ultimately live in a state of lack, trying to figure out how to exist without your income. And I'll tell you this, even if you manage to amass enough to live off of, will you truly be happy if you haven't lived your dream, if you haven't seen your will be manifested? Would that be happiness? Family, in a dream, you can be anything and go anywhere. Wow. Love said, live your dreams. Exactly how I said that, right? Live your dreams. Don't bring it back. Live in the dream. You can't bring it back. When you come to this life, you didn't come to take anything back with you. So you competing is nonsense. You trying to become the richest person in the world is nonsense. What would that matter to your next person in life? What would that matter to your God when you finally are removed from this avatar that you became a billionaire? Think about this, family. When you are laughing and joking with your ancestors, talking about how much you did in this plane, will they really be truly excited about you becoming a billionaire? Imagine telling someone that you dreamt you were the richest person in the world twice over. They're gonna say, so? You ain't rich on this side? Everything you got in your dream, you had to leave in your dream. Everything you accomplished in your dream was all made up of dream. You can't take that with you to your real world. Do you understand? So if you're in your dream competing, that is nonsense. It's nonsensical. Doesn't make sense. What are you trying to compete with others in your dream for? That's why your punch is slow. It's trying to tell you that you're crazy right now. Why are you trying to compete with anybody in your dream? Does it really matter if you win or lose the fight? It ain't even happening. It's a dream. But the drama alone will make you want to compete. The drama alone will. And that's what we do in this world. It's the drama. See, instead of being born knowing what was willed into you by your ancestors and you alike, you're steady worrying about how you be successful in this world. You're a tadpole looking for legs. Instead of understanding that you already have everything you need right inside of you. You're a caterpillar looking for wings. Not understanding you already have all you need inside of you. Just don't stop creating. Do you understand? They're tricking you out of your birthright. They're tricking you out of your birthright. Your birthright is to be greatness. Your birthright is to do all the things that was willed to you. All the things that was passed on to you will bring you passion. And you will know it because you will love doing it. Nobody can tell you any different. It's just like being in love with a person. Nobody will be able to tell you that's not for you. So when you crack your jokes and a person say, you not funny, if your joke made you laugh, then you are successful already. And if you believe that, money will come to you. Trust me, because you got to believe you funny for other people do. And if what you said was so hysterical you could barely get it out, that person who telling you that you not funny is hating on you. They are a projector. They're only telling you what they think about you, and likely what they think is skewed by their mood that day or how you make them feel. And you could make them feel insecure. And so the last thing they about to tell you is that you funny. You ever tell somebody a good joke, they say it's not funny, and then you walk up behind them and they telling that same joke and laughing hysterically like they just made it up? I used to hate that at work. You tell somebody a joke, the joke funny. They don't laugh at all. You know it's funny though. Some shit you just came up with, right? Then you walk into the break room and they in there telling your joke. Or you go to tell the joke to someone else and they say, oh, I already heard it. He already told me the joke. So wait a second. I told him the joke. He told me it wasn't funny. So he went and told you the joke? Yeah, he was laughing like it was, we was over there laughing. It was funny. Oh, okay. But he told you it wasn't funny. Right, Zephyr, I'm hilarious. You got to be willing to admit that. They be done usurped your power from you And you'll be sitting here searching for conduits to your power. You won't believe you're successful until you a doctor, until you a lawyer, until you have $1 million, until you driving a Rolls Royce. So now you've made these ridiculous things conduits to your success when you were already born with everything you need. You were born a success. I wasn't born nothing. I was born naked. That's because even naked, you got it all. Every animal's naked. A lion is naked. What we call the lion's tools is its nakedness. Yo, what you mean? You're supposed to use everything that's inside of you to manifest. But you were told you were people. You were told you were a man. And so here are the old spells. Going to teach you to decode the spells. You're going to be like, dang, I didn't realize how much I was living in an invented matrix. Let me first say your mental state is everything. If somebody can control that, they do control your world. So the Matrix is a movie to show you that the machine world had taken people hostage because it realized that the warmth and the food that it got from people was very important. So they decided to make people, so to speak, refrigerators, so they can tap into them at all times. And in order to do that, they had to put them in pods. And this way they could feed the humans a manufactured or a machine-factured reality of what they were used to, creating a cycle. If man is used to seeing sunrises every day, every 24 hours, then that's easy to duplicate. If we create that world for humans, they'll never know that they're bound up. You see? So they're doing the same thing in this world. They tell you those days of the week are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, through Sunday, and after Sunday it repeats. So you're repeating a cycle too. Do you understand? So now you have to see the codes that they're locking you in with. And the codes is not machines and tubes. It's words. It's tones. It's the language they taught us. The very language we speak is what keeps us locked up. Family, are you ready? Do you believe that you are energy? Let's just be clear. Are you energy? You vibrate at 98 degrees without being plugged into a wall. Do you emit energy, family? Do you emit energy? Right, Jamie, weak, absolutely. Yes, I'm energy, right? Okay. In this world, what do we call energy? True natural energy. The elements, the elements. El, God. Elohim, elephant, elevator, right? Elements, okay? Elements. Energy, mental. El, right? Elements. Fire, water, earth, right? Earth, wind, and fire. The elements. Energy. What are we made up of? Earth, air, and we vibrate literal heat off of us. We absorb the sun. We are energy. Now I'm going to show you something. The Matrix knows that and refers to you as simply that. Do you understand? It knows that you are water because it calls you a vessel. It knows that you are water because it calls you a vessel. You have a birth date. B-E-R-T-H. The bed on a ship is called a berth. Where you were born, it was called birth date, B-I-R. See, it's the same tone, birth and birth. Same tone. Why they spell it different? On a ship, a vessel, you have a naval crossing, navy, right? Whenever two ships are going to board from one ship to another, the bridge that goes across is called the naval crossing. The thing that connects from one vessel to another is called a naval. Wow. The bridge from one vessel to the other it's called a navel. Wow. And if you cross it, it's called navel boarding. Wow, okay. We're getting somewhere. Same words. Okay. We're born through water, so we are called a bay. A bay is a body of water. Wow, wait a second. A baby. Yeah, because it be the bay. Right? It be coming from the bay. Moses is a story about birth. That's why Moses is he who is born. You understand? Moses comes down the river. He is birthed, right? And he who is born is supposed to free the people. Babies come to free the people, but we bind the babies. So they become man who binds the people. Thank you, Israel Clark. Was just talking about this today, and now you bringing it all together. Thanks for the information. We are one. Trust me. We are happening. Trust me. The bee that comes through the bay. We are all beings. This being came through the bay. Wow. Okay. And connected to it was a navel or an umbilical cord. Wow. When a ship parks, it docks, right? Well, who does the baby meet when the vessel parks? The docked oar? Wait, what's an oar? An oar is a paddle that helps you move a ship in water. Docked oar. Docked oar. The docked oar, the dock oar, you dock at the oar. The oar is helping the baby move through the water. The dock is assisting the baby through the bay. He is the docked oar. The oar that sits at the dock. On your birthday, you come through your birth from, you were in a bed, you were sleeping in the ship, in the vessel, ship. Because you had to have a relationship in order for the baby to get here, right? I mean, you always got to have a relationship, right? Apprenticeship, relationship. Give me some more ships, family. Sponsorship. Courtship. Ownership. Citizenship, internship, dictatorship. Absolutely. The birth canal. What's a canal, family? What is a canal? Is that not a small waterway or a waterway? A canal? Spaceship, right. Mothership, partnership, absolutely. Ownership. See, they tell the people who look like, they tell the melanated people in the old world that you were in that someone had ownership of them, right? Now watch this. Weren't they supposedly put on a ship? And being put on a ship led them to being ownerships, right? We own a ship. Ownership. From ownership to ownership. Absolutely. Good. Here we go, anonymous people. We talked about that bay, right? And here he goes. The banks. How come all streams of water, how come all streams of income lead to a bank? What's a cash flow? Come on, I need you to think. What's a crime wave? Why they say freeze when they police you? Money don't grow on trees, but it's the root to all evil. Wait a second. How come all streams of income lead to a bank? What's a cash flow? Come on, I need you to think. What's a crime wave? Why they say freeze when they poll? Police. Pole, energy source. Post, energy source. When you go vote, V-O-L-T, when you go vote for your president, the one who presides, where do you go to vote for your president? You go to a poll or a post because it's a flow of currency. Currency. Current. Current like as in flow, you mean? Or currency as in C as in cash? Listen, family. We vote at a post. Even when we go to Facebook, we post. Even when we take notice, we take a poll. How come your cash is liquid? Absolutely. How come all streams of income lead to a bank? What's the cash flow? Come on, I need you to think. What's a crime wave? Why they say freeze when they police you? Money don't grow on trees, but it's the root of all evil. Let's face it. It's senseless. You are liquid. Absolutely. That's why we say be water, right? It's senseless. This money is senseless. This paper ain't worth a dime. It's printed. It's senseless. It makes no sense. It has no money. It's senseless. The paper's not even worth a dime. It's printed for 2 cents. Let me give you my 2 cents. Why they say that? Why do they say that? If printing $1 costs 2 cents, then printing a $100 bill costs the same 2 cents. It's just different ink, right? Why do they say, let me give you my 2 cents? Why do they say that? Why is that something people say? If $1 is 2 cents, then a $100 bill is 2 cents. So who's the donkey of the day? If you believe a $100 bill is more valuable than a $1 bill, who's the donkey of the day? Who wins? He's on fire! NBA Jam voice, absolutely. Family. It's all around you, family. And they are holding you hostage because every time you speak these words, if you're unwilling to change your codes and change your language, Neo, you will forever recreate this matrix. Do you understand? So you got to stop using these words. You cannot be a people. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream. Remember, you are a ship. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream, the water. Mary, Mary. Maritime law. Wow. Mary, the mother of Jesus. Mary means happy. It's only in your happy state that you bore your Savior, because it's only when you're merry that you save yourself from sadness, which is hell. Mary is the bearer of Jesus, because Jesus, who comes from happiness, saves you from your sadness, which is hell. The mental Mary to have Jesus. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. Now, dream, that's a word that is equated to water. Dream. That's what your brain is filled with, but yet you're able to swim throughout it, dreaming, right? No, you are the one, Cadbury. If you recognize me, it's because if you understand what I'm saying, it's because you speak the same language. Not everybody gets it. Don't make the mistake of declaring other people are the one. I don't exist. You are creating me. This moment is for you to wake up. This moment is for you to self-realize as being the one. This is not for you to recognize me as being the one. I am only you. This is in the past, family. This is not happening right now. You are looking in the past. You now have to realize why you chose this. You've already made the choice to become. You have to realize now why you chose this. Stop projecting. Stop saying it's a beautiful day. You're receiving beauty. You are beautiful. Your perspective is that it's a beautiful day. So you're creating beauty. You're beautiful. Stop projecting, family. When you think to say I'm great or I'm a genius, you're only saying this because you understand me. And if you understand me, what are you? If you have the mental propensity to declare me a genius, who are you? You must be a genius to be able to recognize genius. Do you understand? Please accept who you are, Neo. You will not be able to do this. You are resurrecting. It is time for you to accept who you are. You do not need the pattern of the past to accept who you are. Those patterns are created by the matrix. There are no such things as patterns. What you focus on expands. So what you are looking at, you are only caught in patterns so it can be evidence of your supposed failures. You have never failed, Neo. You are still manifesting. Believing you have failed is like a caterpillar believing it has failed while it's in the process of building its cocoon. It's like a spider thinking that it failed while in the process of making its web. There is no such thing. You are looking at the page, Neo. There's still a whole book left. It's very interesting. Don't skip ahead. Don't get lost in the moment. Just keep manifesting. Do you understand? We talked about being stuck in that loop yesterday, right? Being stuck in a maze. See, you're amazed at this world. This world has you amazed at it. See, you have grown up to simply be you. But then this world gave you a bunch of rules to obey. And so you stuck trying to be a good person, that you care more about being a good person than you do having your being. So you're trying to fit within these molds, okay, of good and bad and things like that, when simply you should just be. You should just free your mind, Neo. Good and bad is only a perspective that you apply to things. Don't let people tell you your singing is bad. Don't let people tell you that you're bad at your gift. Don't let people tell you that. Be at your gift. That's all. Just be at your gift. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Rance Allen or Callie Day or Michael Jackson or Kevin Wesley. Let me tell you something about these people and why they're so unique. It's because they had many opportunities to choose to be someone else. See, Michael Jackson could have copied someone else and then he would have never reached his fullest potential. You see? Michael Jordan could have copied someone else. What Prince, right? What if Callie Day, yes. What if Callie Day tried to be Mariah Carey? We would never see Callie Day. What if Rance Allen wanted to be Marvin Sapp? I love Rance Allen. I love that he don't sing like nobody. You know somebody around him growing up told him that sounded stupid, that it sounded crazy. You know somebody tried to destroy that thing. You know they did. And Rance had to be himself. You can't be looking in the mirror trying to dance a rain dance. If you want the universe to open up, you got to dance your own dance. You can't do somebody else's dance and expect it to rain. See, your world is desolate, Neo. The reason that it's not raining where you are, the reason that you don't have your flow, your water, is because you're doing the Dougie to make it rain. And the universe responds to your own language, your own dance. You being you is what makes the universe open up. Your admission of self is what unlocks the universe, right? These are bars, y'all. Listen, we're going to call them bars, but bars are what enslave you. Ain't that crazy? So when we call them bars, let's think about golden bars. Let's change our mind's eye. Let's think about bars of gold, okay? So from now on out, when we say bars, put some emojis that have golden bars behind it, so we know that this is actually wealth that we're getting. Because we might be confused to think that paper is wealth. So if they draw a 1 on it or a 100 on it, It's now wealth. But truly, wealth is something else. Wealth is not tangible, family. Wealth comes from within, and you're born with all you need. Be beautiful. Absolutely. Be you to the fullest. Absolutely. Imagine this, family. Yeah, season your food. Absolutely. Because salt is in the water, and salt to taste, right? Season your food, right? Because your food is the sun. All of your food receives the sun, right? Your season is made up of the sun because it's just vegetables and spices, right? People be like, I hate vegetables. Man, you using vegetables and spices to make your meat taste good. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Talking about I don't like. You are the I am. Stop doing someone else's dance to try to make it rain, family. If it's desolate in your area, it's because you're not dancing your dance. And when you turn from your ways, it is only then that I will heal your land. Thus saith the Lord. See, in the world you came from, those words were applied to the Lord, correct? But let me tell you something, Neo. Those were your words. You put them into the matrix before you entered it so they could help you wake up. So those were also Krishna's words. You just didn't grow up in India. So you think these are Jesus's words. You just didn't grow up in India. If you had grown up reading the Bhagavad Gita, you'd know that it was 3,000 years older than the Bible, and those same words are in there. Wow. And even you put that there, Neo. All of these things are in Proverbs are things that you said before last time you was here. See, Neo just keeps reawakening every time Neo was born. Like I said, we're born to save the world, Neo. But we're convinced to be mans, to be agents. And so we hold ourselves back. No, you are amazing. Stop projecting. You are amazing. Say, I'm amazing. Somebody declare that yourself is amazing right now. I think y'all have a problem with this. I'm going to need y'all to prove to me that you are the one. In order to be the one, family, you have to be accountable to it. Okay? You have to be accountable to being the one. It's not going to be easy. You have to be arrogant. That world calls you arrogant. When you go back into that matrix and you say that you are amazing and you have all it takes inside of you, they're going to call you arrogant. Are you going to honestly be able to go over there and say that? Honestly. H on the end, on the beginning of that word. There's an H on that word. Honest. There's a trick. You can't even be honest because you can't even read the word right. How you gonna be honest if you faking what the word say? You just gonna pretend that word say honest, huh? Right? Honest. How would you spell honest, family? Somebody spell honest. Okay. O-N. I like that. You see that? Someone else spell honest. O-N starts with own, right? Are you off or on? Are you on? If you're on, you're vibrating positivity. You're on. If you're off, you're not. You're zero. You're not vibrating anything if you're off. Right? So are you honest? Are you on so the world can open up for you, so your wheels can turn, so the world can manufacture your manifestation? Are you going to turn the world on, family? You turn the world off every time you go to sleep on yourself. Honest. How would you spell it, family? Who else gonna spell it? Oh, look at there. Anonymous people. Oneness. See? Because honest means you have sincerely came to the conclusion of something that you want, and regardless of who's standing in front of you, you're not going to be divided anymore. You're not going to be confusing anymore. You're going to be oneness. Mind, body, and soul becomes Neo, becomes oneness. Trinity is one. That's why Trinity resurrects Neo. That's why Trinity flies in the last matrix, because Trinity and Neo are one. They cannot live separate from each other, family. They are one. That they are who create life. Man and woman together create life. Oneness is honesty. This is how you bring a baby in this world. You can't do it without oneness. You must come together and cooperate, whether you like each other or not, to have oneness. This is how you create, family. Whether I like you or not, if I work with you, we will get there. You see, I don't have to like you, but if I'm willing to become one with you, if I'm willing to just be water, y'all too worried about if the water cold. Y'all too worried about if the water hot, if it's salty. Y'all too worried about nonsensical data that you were given in the last world. I'm here to tell you, you are all of that. The only reason you know it's cold is because you're cold. The only reason you know it's hot is because you are hot. You're only feeling yourself. So stop complaining and be. Do you understand? Let's make those likes equal, family. If you are on here, you know you like it. Hit that button. Stop playing. Stop pretending. You know you like it. Stop pretending. Be oneness. Let's be one. It's 273 on here. Make it one. We need that to match. We don't need you not on here if you're not going to be mind, body, and soul. A house divided against itself shall fall. Whether I like me or not, I am happening. Whether I'm happy with me today, whether a lion feels like a lion or not, when people see that lion, they see a lion. A gazelle gonna run from you whether or not it feel like a lion or not. So stop denying your existence. Stop denying who you are. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop it. You are. Say I am. Say it. When you deny God, God denies you because you are God and you're denying yourself. Stop saying you're not great. Even if you believe in God, you believe God made you, right? Then why don't you believe you great? How you give all of this credit to God, but you don't think you great? What's wrong with you? Why are you stuck in this? Like, okay, think about this, family. Why are you so upset that God is blessing someone else if you believe that God is blessing them? Why would you be mad at them? Why would you hate on anybody if you believe in God? Because if nobody got something unless God gonna allow it, right? So why would you ever be mad at anybody for having anything? Your problem is you mad at God. And so you mad at you. Because think about this. Some people see that person being successful and they are happy. That's right. Buddha is always laughing, and you're gonna find out why in a minute. You mad at yourself because somebody sees that person's happiness. Someone sees that person's success and they are happiness. They feel happy for that person. You see this person and you're feeling mad, so you mad at you. You're the one making you mad. You're creating anger for you. So when you create that anger, why would God give you something that makes you angry? Success just angered you. You're creating the world you see. You walk around sad because you want $1 million. $1 million is paper. That's something that's made. You can have that if you want it, but you shouldn't sit there longing for it. That's crazy. Don't let this matrix tell you what you should want. You weren't born wanting something that's manufactured. It doesn't exist. Internally, no animal's gonna want money. You have to be convinced you need money. And now in lack, you want. And now in want, you create the state of wanting. And now you create the state of needing. And now you create the state of depression. And now you create the state of sadness. And now you create the state of failure. None of that stuff exists. You could build your home off the grid and spend your life making clay pots that only you like to look at. And that is success if that makes you happy. The moment you are happy, you are successful. That's why Buddha is always laughing. Everything's hysterical. Because Buddha knows that whatever it assesses from a situation is simply it, and he's laughing at himself. Because he knows that he's the creator. He knows that he's just sitting over here. He's the joker. He mad at himself when he mad. He happy at himself when he happy. He blame himself. Everything he putting on everybody else is really him. And it's funny. It's funny that everyone who ever broke your heart was you. It ain't funny when it's happening. It's not funny when it's happening, don't get me wrong. Because you're there for it. And Neo, that's what we do. We convince ourselves that it's real. So we can truly experience it and know what heartbreak feels like. Lacey says, come on, Kev. Gaslighting yourself, absolutely. You sitting over here tricking yourself. You got you mad. They done told you should want to be somewhere that you're not. You should want to be at this beach. Listen, you should find joy with being right where you are, because if you can do that, you can manifest to you everything that you ever wanted. If you land in that bed, family, and somebody come across your feed and they're on a yacht, I want you to be happy with how comfortable your pillow is. Start small, but be oneness, be honest. Don't lie to yourself. Don't say I'm happy, I'm home alone, if that's not true, because if you don't believe it, the universe will know it. Neo, if you're going to truly create, you have to know. You can't believe. Every time you lie, your nose grow. Your nose grow. Every time you lie, your nose grow. The more you get told no, will grow. Every time you tell the truth, your yeses grow. Some of y'all no's are as long as your eye can see. When you look back and you looking back at everything, all you see is no's. Cause you fake. You're a puppet. Someone has their hand in your back. Those aren't your words. This is why Buddha's laughing, because it's that funny. The reason you love what you love so much is because you were told to. Yo, it's funny. It's hysterical. It's so funny. You are really creating your world, family. Look at that word, grateful. Full of gratefulness, full of greatness. See, I love how you did that, Jewel of Yah. Jewels, because she's providing energy. That's what jewels do. So they told you jewels was something outside of you to glow and shine, but jewels are energy. Look at what Jules said to us, okay? The jewel from Yah, from God, right? Look at what Jules said. The energy from God just said to us. Don't spell grateful, G-R-A-T, because great is a cage. You're not full of great. You're full of great, G-R-E-T. Don't let them convince you to change these letters, she says. See, because that was a frequency that just spoke to us, family. She's connected to the flow. That's where that came from. That was facts, and we all know it. Right? Sensational. Because the only reason you understand that is because it goes through your senses. What are your sins? Sensational, right? Right, someone says. Divine Timing and Healing says, right. See, speaking of right, they want you to believe whatever they write is right. And that's why they pronounce that with a W. See? They want you to think that's a silent W, right? Right. So anything that they write is correct. So when you read written history, it's right because they wrote it, right? You're not wronging, you're writing. Speaking of writing, you can't do that if you're not spelling, right? How do you cast spells? Spelling. They've been telling you this all along, right? And if you're not spelling, you're cursing. You're writing it in cursive. Yes? How do spells work? By reading, because phonics, phone, is audible words when you hear the tones. Dephoning is when you put it into a word. In order to transfer something that's dephoned back into living words, you must speak or you must read. A reed is something that goes on the back of a trumpet to complete a flow of currency. Read. But read means to guess. So if you're going to correctly spell, but you're reading, will you have the words right most of the time? Likely not, because you're guessing, which means you're likely not saying the word correctly. Wow. So one must learn to read or receive. You must know how to spell before you can read. When you're in a bank and it says, do not cross this line, and you realize your feet are over it, don't you step back? And if you don't step back, you feel a little uncomfortable standing there. You look up and you feel like everybody's looking at you. If the cashier has a face over there now, you know her face is because you're over the line. She probably ain't even paying attention to you, but you've created in your mind that I'm breaking a rule. There's a spell. And we are spirits. We're supposed to be controlled by spells. When you watch Charmed and they draw that star in the floor and you see that spirit bound inside of it. When you watch any movie of possession and that spirit's bound inside of that drawing, that writing, right? That symbol. What's a symbol? Bing, bing. See, hieroglyphs, hieroglyphs. They weren't words, which are low vibrational. They were hieroglyphs, okay? Words are low vibrational. We speak, therefore, they're low vibrational. Thought is high vibrational. Spirit is high vibrational. Words are lower state. The density of them is much lower than something that's high. The higher pitch something is, the less you hear it, right? So thought is real, but it's so high pitched that you hear it in here. You don't hear it through your vibrational, like vibrating down through your ears. But sound is lower vibrational, meaning you hear it vibrating. You can feel it, right? You hear it differently. So a hieroglyph was a symbol, something that when you see, it resonates with you. See, sometimes when somebody says something, you'll even say that. You'll say that resonates, right? Resin. It's vibrating. It's vibrating like the sun is forever rising. It's always forever shining. I don't say rise because the sun is rising. That's only by our perspective. The sun is always sunning. It's always doing what it's supposed to do. It, in fact, does not rise, R-I-S-E. It rise, R-A-H-S, or R-A-S. Ra. It's forever vibrating, resonating, radiating. Tell somebody we all radiate. All radiate. We all radiate. We all radiate. We all radiate. Because as soon as we wake up and absorb the sun, we all radiate. As soon as we wake up, we all radiate. We all radiate. We all radiate. Lacey, I'm getting carried away, huh? Rah. That's why the lion represents the sun, because it roars. Right? You're absolutely right. Jesus is Jesus. Absolutely. It's right there in the words. Yahweh. Because Yahweh wants it Yah's way, don't he? It's his way or no way. It's Yah's way or no way. Yahweh. The sun is forever saying, Yah, yes, yes, sure, yes, sure, yes, sure. You can see the sun's crown. You can see the glows outside of the head. Every time you see Jesus, every time you see Krishna, every time you see any of these characters, you see that sun radiating, saying yes, right? She said, somebody said, Jamie, what did Queen Jamie say? See that sun behind the head, right? Indeed, Lacey Queen. That sun is forever resonating. You're proving it right there. Yes, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You sure? You sure? Right? Yahweh. Yes, Isus. Isus. IHS. Right? Heta. In Greek, that word is eta. Hate is 8. If you look at the H in Greek, it is interchangeable with the E. Right? It is eta, which makes it is, I-E-S, Isus, Isus, yes, Isus, yes. That's what it's saying. If you look up in the old Catholic churches, you can even see it written, guys, IHS in the Son. Okay, you know it's what they're representing as the Son, S-O-N or S-U-N. This matrix, family, has bound our brains, and that's why being Neo, we have to be accountable to living in the Neo. You're going to forever want to go back to that matrix and live within its rules because you're always reminded of them. It's why Neo had a problem jumping. How can you look to the sky and fly if you keep remembering that you can't fly? I know the world told you what you can and can't do, but I'm telling you, Neo, when you work on you and truly bring forth the truest you, you will have no limitations. You will know anything that you can truly see yourself doing and love it, truly love it in your mind, it is you. And you're gonna manifest it. And all you have to do is simply claim it. If you really start living in the now that way, don't want for anything. Only have it because you can see it in your mind. If you truly lived your life that way, regardless of, the world is going to try to create spells for you. The moment you start saying, I'm successful, if the world don't see you as successful because they're looking at you from the outside in, you're looking at you from the truest place, the inside out, okay? Because everything manifests from the inside out. Where does a frog's legs come from? Where does a tadpole's legs come from? Where does a rattlesnake's rattle come from? Where does a rhino's horn come from? Do they go anywhere to get any of this stuff? Or does it come from the inside out? See, this is why Buddha's always laughing, because Buddha always realizes stuff like this and just laughs, because Buddha will try to sit there and think of any animal who has to go get anything in order to be itself, and he'll laugh and say, actually, no. Every one of them has everything that they need, and it comes from the inside out. Your puberty come from the inside out. Your beard gonna come from the inside out, but you're gonna look in the mirror and go around asking people with beards how you get a beard. You're a weirdo. You have not yet accepted that you have everything you need right inside of you. Stop playing. You already know the truth. The world is constantly trying to tell you the truth, but you went to schools to learn, so you keep learning from schools. Neo, in this world, this new world, you can't take the old world's data with you. So when you see an animal, do not call it an animal. Neo, that is a spirit. That is a code yielded to give you a message. It is a divine messenger, Neo, that you manifested. So don't disrespect it and call it a mindless animal. You will never listen to its message if you believe that, Neo. Now you can go look up every single animal and see what Google tells you an animal means. Or you can sit around and study this new world, Neo, and do not see an animal. See a spirit that has manifested itself in your presence, and while your eyes is on it, it is teaching you a lesson. So if you are looking at a spider, you sit down at all 8 of its feet and you listen to what it has to say, and do not be disrespectful. For what it teaches you is going to change your perspective, for it is a master teacher. Do you understand? And every time you see this spider, remember the lessons that it taught you. And that's how you will navigate this world, from the inside out. Stop letting them teach you less sons. They keep lessening you every time they teach you a lesson. Reach out to me on Instagram. I do sessions, family. You can go to www.betheevolution.org and purchase a session. You don't even have to talk to me. You can simply just book it. The phone will ring when it's time for the session. I have it set up so both of our phones ring at the same time. If you pick it up first, it will be waiting on me to ring. If I pick it up first, it'll be waiting on you. So just go to www.betheevolution and get your session, family. Thank you so much, Love JJ. Like searching for your glasses, and they were on your head the whole time. Like searching for glasses, you're seeing through your glasses. The whole world is clear to you, and you're looking for your glasses. You're looking for glasses with your eyes. It's like looking for your eyes and they're in your head. It's like looking for your head and it's already attached. Because you don't see it don't mean it's not there. See, the biggest illusion is you hide from you. And so the matrix is a system that you come to understand yourself. And it's riddled, that's funny. But it's riddled with jokes. It's riddled with challenges. The challenges are riddles. It's funny. It's not that serious, but it's to be able to teach you yourself. You will learn at the end of the day that you were the joker the whole time. You are hiding from yourself. You're the joker. It's you. You're running from you. You're chasing God, mad at God because you can't find him, but you God. And in the end, when you find out, you're gonna laugh. There's something I'm trying to get to and something trying to keep me from it. It's crazy. Like literally my thought trying to run from me. But it's meant to be. Meant to be. From the inside out. Meant to be. It's meant to be, so it's gonna happen. See, maybe that happened just so I can say meant to be. You understand? But just watch here in a second. Watch it come back to me. Just watch it. But like Jamie said, it's like searching for your head that's already attached, family. Got it. Here it is. So this matrix is made so you can assess yourself. And it's funny because you're constantly hiding yourself. So here are the riddles that you create to know you're hiding from yourself. Can you see your eyes? No. Can you hear your ears? No. Can you taste your tongue? Well, only when I bite it. Yeah. Can I see my eyes? Only when I have cataracts or I see that little floaty eye thing, and that means there's a problem. Can I hear my ears? Well, only when they're ringing, and that means there's a problem. Can I feel myself? Well, only when I'm in pain, and likely that means there's a problem. Wow. So I'm constantly hiding from me. I can't see me at all. No matter how hard I look, I can't see me. Everyone else sees more of me than me. That's so unfair. That the very things I try to hide in my pictures, when I go out in public, everybody just see the shit. Like, dang. I can't hide, you can't hide it. I knew somebody once who got upset because it was a lady and she was heavy set and she was insecure about it. So she would take her photos, you know, where you like photos like where you couldn't see her whole body, right? And so what would happen is she felt like she was presenting a slimmer self to the world, which is fine. We all do what we do. You know, I have my insecurities too. But what happened is she went to a cookout, okay? And one of her family members took a picture of her, right? And she didn't like how that picture looked. It caught her from what she called a bad angle. And so she asked her auntie to take the picture down. It's making her feel uncomfortable. Her auntie says, no, there's many people in that picture. It's a picture of the scene. I'm not taking this picture down because you don't like you in that picture. She tells her aunt, if you don't take it down, then we're not speaking no more. The relationship is severed. Her aunt left the picture up and it was so. The relationship, it was so. It was planted. S-E-W. It was so. She said the relationship would be over and she's the one who sown that. See? Goodness gracious, y'all. She's the one who weaved that. The aunt just didn't take it down. So when she says years later, my aunt let our relationship go over a picture, no, she didn't. You did. You held onto your ego so much. You worried so much about what people's opinion was of your avatar that you neglected to keep up, but you're now insecure about, so much so you projected all of that hurt onto her. You were never mad at her. You were mad at yourself for letting yourself get to that point, and you don't want people to call you fat. All of that fear, because you're either living in love or fear, caused you to turn into hate and anger. You feared people giving you negativity. You feared people saying, oh, you don't really look like you be presenting. You feared all that, so you made your aunt guilty of trying to make you look fat. She didn't wait for you to look fat and take a picture. That's what you look like. You're saying you fat. You have accepted that you are fat. So now you project onto her, she did all that to you. You're creating your reality and you want her to play by it. And when she didn't, you removed her from your reality, family. You wanted her to accept that she was mean for posting that picture. She knew her intent wasn't that. She refused to live in your reality, so you moved her. And you need to forgive her. Stop projecting. In that moment that you realize, wait, everybody else see me. I've been just trying to put on a show. They already saw you. You're the Truman Show. Everybody's watching you. They all see you. We see you. Tell somebody, I see you. I know you tried to cover it up, but I'm going to pretend I didn't see it. But I'm going to pretend I don't see it, but I see you. I see you. I'm going to pretend I don't notice it. I see you working hard to cover it up. I see you keep loosening up your shirt so your belly fat don't show through. I see it, but I see you, but I'm going to act like I don't. I'm here for it. I'm here for the games. I'm here. I play. I'm a player in the game too. I see you. I see you. You're in critical condition. You're being critiqued. You're being critiqued. You're in critical condition. I see you. You're in the condition where you're being critical of yourself. Because when your eyes see you, how can you not be? As soon as you look in the mirror and see you, like, oh, I had that on me. And that's why Buddha's always laughing. See, when you're hating, when you're turning into depression, you're just in the state of critical. The evil eye, the critical eye is on you. Like, I'm being critical of you. And the condition of that makes you feel judged and insecure. And it's you who's doing the judging, Buddha. You over here mad about what somebody think about you. Buddha, it is you. Laugh at yourself. Come on, family. Laugh at yourself. You gotta laugh at yourself sometimes. You are funny. Admit it. Admit you're funny. I see you. Admit it. It's 303 right here. Walk through it, family. It's 303. That was for y'all. It's you. It's you are. It's you. Why owe you? Why go out and try to get a bunch of stuff to become valuable? Why owe you? You don't owe you anything. You're born with everything you need. Why owe you when you can simply be? Why owe you when you can simply be? Why owe you when you can simply be? You don't have to spend a life thinking that you got to get something for yourself to make yourself feel adequate. You don't owe you nothing, family. You can simply be. Why owe you? Right. Why owe you? Why? What you playing catch up for? You're not behind. Why? Who you trying to keep up with? What's wrong with you? L'Oreal, it is what you are. L'Oreal, it is what you are receiving from this that is breaking the avatar codes. See, it is you who are doing this. Whatever's happening in your mind, that is all you. L'Oreal. Lore, right? What is a lore? A story that is told. L'Oreal, the story of God. It's a story of my life. Ain't that right, L'Oreal? It's a story of my life. When you're experiencing your life, that's what you're doing. You're reading. You're feeling the vibration from your life, getting experiences, and every day that you live is you're reading the story of your life. Whose story you thought you was reading? Thank you, L'Oreal. Just her coming across the feed. See, she's breaking avatar. She said I was breaking avatar codes. Her name alone is breaking avatar codes. Lore, the story of my life. L'Oreal, the story of God. Wow. And God is your life. God is life. Your experience of life is God. Thank you so much, L'Oreal, for your gift that you had already given long before you sent the energy. You already sent the energy before you sent the energy, L'Oreal. You make me smile. Jamie, you make you smile. It is you. You still projecting? I'm going to get on y'all today, man. Y'all going to have to learn how to speak. How to speak from your higher place to peak. Okay? How to use your to speak. How to use your tongue to speak. How to speak. Speak from your higher place. Speak from the eye. Speak from your higher eye. It is you who making you smile. Come on, y'all. Woo, woo. Miguel says, what's going, Kevin? It's going. Everything's constantly going, Miguel. Look at there. Ale. Look at there. Miguel. Look at there. There he goes again. Look at there. Miguel. As I am El. Miguel. Miguel, I see you. See, your name says it's spelled Miguel, but that's Miguel. If I'm reading, I'm supposed to sound it out, right? Well, everything's going on. Everything's going. Everything's constantly moving. Miguel. I am God. Everything is constantly moving. We are all God, having our experience, okay? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. You just like the sun, you're always vibrating, always yesing, right? Always bringing to you what you want, always yesing, right? Every choice you make is a yes. You never said no. You ain't never said no to you. You always chose what you wanted. Even when you didn't, you chose it because you wanted it at the time. You turned into something and made you choose it. Thank you so much, Marani Blue. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. And right there, Maroni, Mar comes from the name Mary, Maureen, or maritime law, which is again the flow of water. Ma, which is the flow of water. M and capital A makes this vibration. You know how they say coming into the age of Aquarius, right? Right? I'm thank you for the 1111 because it's perfect balance. She about to bring that in with that too. You know how frequency is up, down, up, down, up, down, with the peaks at the top and the peaks at the bottom, because that's what life is. It's highs and lows. It's hurts. It's jewels of energy. That's why I say the truth hurts. Life is suffering. Life is the truth. The truth is forever resonating and giving energy. The sun hurts forevermore, right? So Ma comes from MA, which means the frequency. MAN completes another frequency of a peak. Woman is W, which is the M upside down for water, because M and W is the same thing. It's just a different perspective. So man and woman are the same frequency. If you could see it as a frequency instead of words, you could see the W. O is a portal because the woman has a womb, hence the M sound, B sound, woman, womb, woman. She is a man also. So she is W, O for portal, M for man, A for authority, and N again for nature. Man is man, okay, water, A for authority, and nature. It's in the frequency. Do you understand? Mary, okay, mare means to dream. Look it up, family. Mare. Opposite of mare, turn the word upside down, that is war. And that's why language is as you are within the mind. Aries is the god of war. Backwards is Ram. He's the ram god. You have to sacrifice a ram to Aries. Jesus is the lamb that comes through Yahweh, which is the ram. Yo, the year starts in March, family. The spring, things spring forth and become new in March. Authority, alpha, as above, so below. Absolutely. MW, thank you so much. Back to Black Magazine. We needed that input. You see that? Yin and yang, M and W, as above, so below. And that's what water does. Depending on when you look at the frequency, you wouldn't know. It's where you cut it off. So it's not even that man and woman is upside down. It's just a different perspective of the frequency. Like, this is man, and this is, if I start here and go down, woman. But right here, man. You see what I'm saying? It's not really upside down. It just appears to be. It's wild, ain't it? Family. So again, you have the woman with the O, the portal, meaning she has the yoni, own. Ya is own. Yoni. You understand? The yoni, right? The own. So what comes through her is pure energy, right? Coming through her portal. Her portal, the O, the zero. The zero is a portal. Somebody say zero is a portal. Coming from zero is all negative numbers and all positive numbers. Zero is a portal from which all numbers are born, right? The yoni or the portal is that in which we all must come through to be born. This is why Neo is in a pod, a round circle. He has to go through a tube to come out. This is why all of these things unplug from out of his portals, ports. When you pull a dock into it, when you dock a ship, you also pull it up to a port, a portal, airport, right? Your umbilical cord is a portal. Your eyes are portals. These are holes. These are zeros. From these zeros, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, butt, penis, vagina, we have our releases. Do you understand? So people look at the vagina and the penis as something to be overly sexualized, which makes it promiscuous, which makes it perverted. But in reality, true knowledge of these body parts were godly. A woman could resurrect a penis enough to get a life out of it. This makes it holy. But we call this low vibrational now and perverted. So when you see phallics and you see vaginas encapsulated in statues, we think those people were low vibrational, when in fact they understood what it took to get here. See, we remove that from our world. We rather see our children see murder than to see people kissing. So we forever trying to hide the interaction that breeds life because we're taught to. But it's through that holy act that we live, family. So we're trying to make it perverted, but it's not. So when you see the phallics, please understand that the penis is a holy instrument, and so is the vagina. When these two organs come together, family, life and being happens. Don't disrespect how you got here. And that's why we be disrespecting our ancestors, hating on my relationship, which is poly, which my ancestors happily practiced. And you don't realize when you come for me and my relationship and things you don't understand, you are criticizing your ancestors. You're criticizing how you got to this planet because you lack knowledge, Neo. But if you are willing to unlearn what you call knowledge, the knowledge that you should have, you will learn is already there because you have all you need already. Just don't worry. The knowledge has to come slowly because if you got it all at one time, man, you would not know how to handle it. We have a tough time waking up as it is. I've been on here for hours spilling and sowing seeds. And a lot of you may have been intrigued and enlightened by what I said. But a lot of you didn't even understand all that I said. But meanwhile, you're wanting more. And a lot of what was said has went over your head. But you're still here wanting more. This is only proof that you can only handle so much. You can only retain so much. So even if you get it all in one day, you won't get it all in one day. You still have to live it out, family. And that's why I say, if you can see it in your mind and you can see the castle already born, you can see Rome already built, know that it won't be built in one day. You live infinitely in here, so time doesn't exist. So of course, you can build it in a second in here. But out here, it takes time. Gardens don't grow overnight out here. In here, you saw the full garden. Out here, you have to see the sprouts. And you have to be happy about the sprouts. You have to be happy about the slow cash that comes in order for the fast cash to come. If you keep saying, I'm trying to manifest wealth, but you don't get happy about seeing a penny on the ground, you don't know how to manifest. The penny's on the ground so you can turn it into gratitude every time you see money. You got to keep thinking money in whatever form. Every time you see money, get overwhelmingly excited every time you see money and vibrate that money to you. Reach for the money and bring it to you. I don't care if it's a dirty penny. Did you say I want clean money? You said I want wealth. In order to do that, you must accept all of the wealth. If you want knowledge, you can't be picky. You got to open your mind's eye to receive it all. You can't be bickering with what you're receiving and ask for knowledge. Sometimes knowledge comes at the end of wax off. You won't get it told to you. I can't tell you how to be faster and block, Karate Kid. Telling you won't make you faster. Telling you won't make you stronger. You will only get that by waxing on and off, and you're going to have to do it over and over. You don't even have to know that it's making you block. You don't even have to know that it's to make you stronger. Just listen to what the master teacher is telling you. Right? And wax on and wax off. And by the time you fight again, when you blocking, you're going to be like, oh my God. Oh, it's like clockwork. Because I worked the clock to get it. I spent time in this. I sacrificed for it. In this world, time only exists so you can sacrifice it. You have all you need. The only thing that you need to sacrifice are the things that are on this side of the world, like sacrifice and effort and hard work and dedication. These things only exist through doing in this plane. The thing that you want to manifest already exists. The thing that you want to do in this world is put out effort. Use the motivation. Use these things, will these things to manifest to you what you want. You already have it. You already have what it takes. What does it take? Does it take consistency, motivation, discipline? Does it take you ignoring the people saying that you can't do it? Because what you focus on expands? Well, then you already have that. You don't need to go anywhere to get focus. You don't need to go to anyone seeking motivation and seeking consistency. You get consistency every day when you add to it. Consistency comes with time, and that's on this side of the world. You don't need consistency in the infinite. You can self-realize it all at one time. You don't need to know, for that you are. On this side, it's different. You're learning you. On the other side, you know you. It's different. So know that if you see it, it's there. But you have it. You have what it takes, and that's why it's there. You must reel it. Realize it. R-E-E-L. The film that exists inside of your mind is but a reel. On the outside of you, now you'll call it real. Well, it's real now. It's only real when I put it outside of me. It was already real. Family, as above, so below. Do you understand? Match that in which you seek. Whatever it is that you want, match your vibration to that, and it will come to you. Nick says, I enjoy watching people inspired like this all at once. Absolutely. All at once. All at once. We're all Neos. We're being inspired all at once. We're not defeated today. We're all at once. See, the day you were born, you were one coming from zero. You were Neo. See, I told you guys, y'all. Zero represents the portal. One represents Neo, the being that comes to change something. When you were born, you were one. You were already one. You already won. You were a born winner. That's why y'all got to go to www.betheevolution.org and get your shirts. You were born one. You were one. As a baby, you were one with yourself. Nobody had to tell you were a baby for you to cry. Nobody had to tell you were a baby to need your mama and want your mother's milk. Nobody had to tell you what a mother was, or what milk was, or what a breast was, or what it means to suck. You were born with everything you needed, family. See, and you just forgot. Nobody needed to tell you what hunger was. You just knew you needed to consume. Nobody needed to tell you what consume was, and you was just, yes, you were honest. You were oneness. You cried when you were sad. You laughed when you were happy, right? You didn't take no care for what anybody thought. When did you begin to judge yourself? When this world told you that's what you should be doing. That something had to be funny for you to laugh. That something had to be sad for you to cry. They don't have to feel your pain. If you're sad, you can cry. If you're happy, you can laugh. In order to be born again, family, you have to unlearn all of that nonsense and truly resurrect. Because you've been here before. Get your old self, go back in your mind and remember what it is you love. Re-put it together. Whatever brings you joy, if you begin to do it, family, and you're happy doing it, you are successful. Now all you have to do is keep doing that. And I promise you, what you're trying to manifest, which is the better version of you getting better at what you love to do, you will see that it comes to you. And this world is giving you many ways. You could film yourself do it and post the videos and monetize yourself that way. You could sell your art once you make it and monetize yourself that way. But if you do this right, you'll never have to work again. You have everything you need inside of you to never have to go to anybody else. You are your own resource, family. You are not here to get anything. You are here to leave something. What's in you, you're supposed to leave. Just like a tree. Make like a tree and leave. Thank you, Talisa. No ledge is infinite. Absolutely, absolutely. I love that. Make like a tree and leave. I'm about to get off, but think about this. Make like a tree and leave. A leaf does not need to know what it is in order to be food to a caterpillar. It doesn't need that. You call it a leaf. A tree's leaves are food and nutrients to other animals. So you are here to leave something. What comes out of you is going to be nutrients for other people around you. It's going to inspire them to want to do better. When they hear your art or see you dance your dance or see you do your thing, they're going to know they can do it. It's through you manifesting your gifts that will make everybody else be great. If a butterfly shows the caterpillar that it can be up there, it can sprout its wings, the caterpillar might believe it can be a butterfly too. But it's got to see it to believe it, and you are the savior. Neo, when you start doing, people will know it can be done. So make like a tree and leave and be a resource, a tree source. So resource, a tree gives you fruit and it gives it to you running over. A tree is like God. That seed can plant 1,000 trees, and that tree can grow 1,000 more apples, 1,000,000 more apples, and those apples can grow 1,000,000 more trees. Family, if you plant a few kernels of corn, you're going to have a crop, because that corn will give you more back than you gave it. So if you give yourself time, if you give yourself the commitment, you will give yourself back way more than you gave it. Trust me. First you do the work, and then it works for you. Trust me. I have unloaded a lot today, and I can feel it on my body. I can feel my mind, my head feeling really weak and woozy. I'm gonna have to go get some food. I have sat here and I should have eaten a long time ago. And I have to eat every 2 hours, and I have not been listening to my body because there was something I needed to say to y'all. But that has been said because I feel good. If you want more, rewind it back, and I guarantee you'll hear something you never heard before. Because a living message will always speak, family. Tell somebody about this, family. Bring people to the video. Share it. Do that, family. And thank you so much for your donations. Thank you so much for your contributions. I really appreciate y'all. Okay? I love you all. Money Boy Film said this was a great message. I appreciate your knowledge, Gorgeous said. Thank you so much, guys. Jamie says, my cup runneth over. Amazing. Thank you so much, Queen Jamie. Thank you all. Please share, family. Share this on your Facebooks. Everywhere you can share it. Tag me when you do. I'll definitely come onto your page and tag me. If you put it on Facebook at Kevin Wesley Be The Evolution, tag me. I'll come and show you some love on your page. All that good stuff. So thank you so much, Queen Lacey. Let's die and let's resurrect and let's be Neo from this day forward. Let's focus our language with intention and purpose. Now, when you start saying words, hear these words. Hear these words. Hear, H-E-R-E. Anytime you hear something, aren't you here? Isn't that funny? Ooh, thank you so much. Remember how this feels, y'all. Absolutely, Nick. Absolutely. Anytime you hear something, aren't you here, there, and isn't here right in the word there? Here, there, everywhere. Here is in everywhere. Listen, y'all. It's a coded language. When you're in school, they don't even spell the word right. We're in class, right, where you're competing to see who's the best classes of people. They don't lie to you. They're really the matrix right in front of you. It's hidden in plain sight. So when you're in class and they call your name, you're supposed to say hear, meaning you hear them, but you got to be here in order to hear. So I say hear me, hear me. You got to be here in order to hear. And if you don't say here, you say what? Present. And I think you say that because you know that to be now is a gift. To exist now, to hear, to be here and now, to be here and now is a gift. So when someone calls your name, you say, I'm present, meaning I'm the gift. I'm presenting present. I am presenting the world to me. Wow. I am manifesting my own reality. I am the presenter. I am the presentation. I am present. And that's a gift. I'm gifted to be able to present my world to me. Wow, y'all. Do you hear me? Are you here? Are you here? Isn't it a present to be able to present your own life to you and not have to listen to nobody else? Isn't it amazing that instead of projecting, you can now project? You can now create projects and create them and manifest them till they are great instead of projecting. Don't let these words fool you. Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. 777 is 21, which equals 3. Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting the other. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, you know the rest. It is in that chaos that you will find yourself. Yourself. You will find you in all of this chaos. Everything is happening simultaneously. We don't have any real predictions for it. The only thing that makes us feel comfortable with that is calling it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, tomorrow, yesterday, January, February, March. But we do not know anything that's happening. There is chaos all around us. We don't know who will die next. We don't even know if it will be us. We don't know if there will be an earthquake, a thunderstorm, a tsunami. The world is chaos. And you are always yourself because you tell you when you're cold. You tell you when you're afraid. Nobody else is telling you that. Family, that is you. In all of this chaos, everywhere you're looking, all you seem to find is yourself. Every experience only tells you more about you. You just projected it onto them and said, I know all about you now. But you only know about you. You don't know them. You know them from that moment, but you don't know them. You only know you. Family, see you next time. Rise. I'm feeling high off of it too, y'all. Whew. The evolution, y'all. Peace, beautiful minds. Thank you so much. Peace. More likes than viewers. That's crazy. Y'all amazing. Thank you. Guys, we're going to get to this 200,000 subscribers in no time, family. Because it's infinite. It don't take no time. It's already happened. We won't live on the outside looking for it. When it happens, I'll remind you. All right? Peace.